Hello students, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about objectives, part 4 from sexual reproduction in angiosperms. Page number 44, question number 16. The question is, the innermost wall layer of pollen sac is tapetum. Its function is in options 1. Protection, 2. Nutrition, 3. Dehiscence, 4. Mechanical strength. So let's see the wall layers of microsporangium. So pollen sac are also called as microsporangium, has 4 wall layers. They are epidermis and it helps in protection. And immediately after epidermis, endothecium, it helps in anther dehiscence. And after endothecium, 2 to 3 layers are called as middle layers. It stores starch. And the innermost layer is called as tapetum. It is helpful for nourishment. Then the answer is option 2, nutrition. So tapetum functions or helps in nutrition to pollen grains. Question number 17. Male gametophyte of angiosperms or monocots is, I am repeating again, male gametophyte of angiosperms or monocots is options 1. Microsporangium, 2. Nucellus, 3. Microspore, 4. Stamen. Let's see. Microsporangium is also called as pollen sac. Nucellus, tissue enclosed in ovule, is called as nucellus. Microspores, also called pollen grains, and these are considered as male gametophyte. And stamen is also called andrecium, and it is a male reproductive part. Now among this information, as per question, male gametophyte of angiosperms or monocots or microspores or maybe pollen grains. So then answer is option 3, microspores. Question number 18. Chromosome number in a flowering plant can be option 1, haploid, diploid and polyploid, 2. Haploid and diploid, 3. Only diploid, 4. Only haploid. So male and female gametes are haploid in a flowering plant. Microspore mother cell and megaspore mother cells are diploid in a flowering plant. So from this microspore mother cell and megaspore mother cell, male and female gametes are produced through meiosis. Endosperm or primary endosperm nucleus PEN is triploid or maybe polyploid. That means in flowering plants we can see chromosomes in haploid condition and in diploid condition as well as in polyploid or triploid condition. Then the answer is option 1, haploid, diploid and polyploid. Question number 19. Seeds are products of sexual reproduction because they are options 1. Give rise to new plant, 2. Have variability, 3 are formed by fusion of gametes. 4 are formed by fusion of pollen tube. So now here seeds gives rise to new plants during germination. And seeds have variability because they are formed by sexual reproduction. And seeds are products of sexual reproduction because they are formed by fusion of male and female gametes. So we are called seeds are products of sexual reproduction because they are formed by fusion of gametes, male and female gametes. Hence, the answer is option 3. Seeds are formed by fusion of gametes. Hence, they are called as products of sexual reproduction. Fusion takes place only during sexual reproduction. Question number 20. Sporogenesis is option 1. Development and formation of spores. Option 2. Production of metospores. Option 3. Production of meiospores. Option 4. Formation of zygote and embryo. So let's see the terminology of given in these options. So sporogenesis, it is defined as development and formation of spores is called as sporogenesis. Metospores, asexual spores are formed after mitosis without the involvement of meiosis. Such asexual spores are called metospores. Meiospores, the spores produced by meiosis are called as the meiospores. And development or formation of zygote is occurred during fertilization. Fusion of gametes leads to the formation of zygote, and development of zygote to the embryo and into young plant we are studied under embryology or embryogenesis. So as for this information, sporogenesis is development and formation of spores is called sporogenesis. So hence answer is option 1. Question number 21. Repeated self-pollination over the generations produces, I am repeating again, repeated self-pollination over the generation produces options. Option 1, new varieties. Option 2, elimination of weak traits. Option 3, better progeny. Option 4, weak progeny. Let's see about options. New varieties and a better progeny produced during cross pollination. Inbreeding helps in the elimination of weak traits. Now, repeated self-pollination over the generations produces weak progeny. Then the answer is option 4. Repeated self-pollination over generations produces weak progeny. Question number 22. In the given figure, identify a group of compactly arranged homogeneous cells in young anther. Options 1. A, 2. B, 3. C, 4. D. So in this diagram, they are given A, B, C, D. We need to find what are the parts. What is that A represent? A represent connective, which connects the two anther lobes. B represents endothecium. It is present below the epidermis. And C represent sporogenous tissue. and it is surrounded by the innermost layer, that is D, tapetum. So among this A, B, C, D, which one have compactly arranged homogeneous cells? That is in tapetum consists compactly arranged homogeneous cells. So answer is option 4. Question number 23. Cells present in mature male gametophyte of angiosperms is options 1, 1 cell, 2, 2 cells, 3, 3 cells, 4, 4 cells. So here the male gamete is also called pollen grains. So the matured pollen grain consists when the pollen grain separated from the pollen tetrad, the pollen grain nucleus undergoes mitotic division to form two cells, vegetative cell and generative cell. And the generative cell again undergo mitotic division to form two male gametes. Then the mature pollen grain or male gametophyte consists one vegetative cell and two male gametes. 1 plus 2, total 3 cells are present in mature male gametophyte. Then the answer is option 3. 3 cells are present in mature male gametophyte of angiosperms. Question number 24. Egg apparatus consists of option 1, egg and antipodals, option 2, polar nuclei, option 3, egg and synerges, option 4, egg. So let's see. Mature embryo sac consists antipodals at chalazal region, central cell at the center with two polar nuclei, and egg apparatus. This egg apparatus consists egg cell and two synerges. So then the answer is option 3. Egg cell and synerges are present in egg apparatus. Question number 25. Double fertilization is found in options 1, Wolffia, 2, Cedrus, 3, Ediantum, 4, Sphagnum. So let's see the information about these options. Wolffia is angiosperm. Cedrus is an evergreen conifer tree which belongs to gymnosperm. Ediantum is a pteridophyte. Sphagnum is a bryophyte. Now the question is double fertilization is found in. Double fertilization is a unique feature in angiosperms. So among the trees given here or plant given here, Wolffia is angiosperm. Then the double fertilization takes place in Wolffia. Option 1. Question number 26. Given below are the steps of controlled cross pollination. So steps of controlled cross pollination. are A. Collection of pollen from male parent, B. Bagging, C. Selection of parents, D. Emasculation, E. Dusting of pollens on the stigma, F. Rebagging. These are the steps given in the question. Now, which among the following options show correct order of sequence? So means we need to arrange in the order. So in cross pollination, the first step is selection of parents. After selection of parents, then we need to remove the anthers, that is called emasculation. And then the emasculated flowers are bagged. Then from other plants, we need to collect pollen from the male parent or maybe male flower. And that collected pollen grains are dusted onto the stigma by opening that bag. So after dusting, we need to rebag it again till completion of post fertilization events. So as per this order C, D, B, A, E, F, the answer is option 2. Question number 27. The female gametes of an angiospermic plant have 14 chromosomes in their nucleus. The chromosome number in the synapse, embryo, endosperm, zygote and the cells of the seedling will be. So here the chromosome number given in the female gamete. So female gamete is haploid. That means the 14 chromosomes are the haploid. What is the diploid number? 28. So female gamete is a haploid and it has 14 chromosomes. Now based on this, we need to find the number of chromosomes in the synapse, embryo, endosperm, zygote and in the seedling. Now the chromosome number in synapse 1n haploid condition. That's why 14 chromosomes are present because female gamete is haploid, 14 chromosomes. The same number of chromosomes will be present in synapse also. Embryo, it is in diploid condition. That means 2n. 1n is 14, then 2n condition, 2 into 14, 28 chromosomes. Endosperm, it is in triploid condition. So 3 into haploid 1n, 3 into 14, 42 chromosomes. Zygote is diploid in condition, again 28 chromosomes. Seedling is also in diploid condition and it has 28 chromosomes. So the answer is option 1. 14 chromosomes in synapse, 28 chromosomes in embryo, 42 chromosomes in endosperm, 28 chromosomes in zygote and 28 chromosomes in the cells of seedling. Question number 28. Movement of pollen tube towards embryo sac is options 1. Thermotactic, 2. Phototactic, 3. Chemotactic, 4. Thigmotactic. What are the meaning of these options? Thermotactic, movement towards the heat or temperature. Phototactic, movement towards light. Chemotactic, movement towards chemical. Thigmotactic, movement towards touch. So now here the pollen tube towards the embryo sac. So pollen tube enters through stigma and travel to the style with the help of with the help of the growth of or movement of pollen tube is stimulated by secretion of sucrose solution by the walls of stigma, and the enzymes present in the pollen tube will break or destroy the tissue in the style to move towards the embryo sac. Here everything is the chemical interaction. So that's why the movement of pollen tube towards the embryo sac is chemostatic. That's why the movement of pollen tube is positively chemotrophic. This point we are discussed in the theory part. So the answer is option 3, chemotactic. Question number 29. Oil reserve of groundnut is present in options 1, embryo, 2, cotyledon, 3, endosperm, 4, underground tubers. So in groundnut, the food or oil reserve is present in cotyledons. The cotyledons are leaves that develop from the embryo. They serve as a storage for the developing seeds. So answer is option 2. Question number 30. In Kigelia pinnata or sausage tree, pollination is performed by options 1, bats, 2, birds, 3, insects, 4, wind. Kigelia pinnata or sausage tree are pollinated by bats because the flowers produced by this tree or bloom during night time, and they produce the fragrance of fermented or fruity odor to attract these birds. And also the flowers consists enormous number of stamens. Hence the answer is option 1. Thank you students. Till now we are completed 30 bits, and remaining bits we will discuss in the next part.